Good morning, everybody. My name is Roy West from Explore Whitsundays, and we're here today to talk about the 2026 tour of Paint the Whitsundays. I'm joined by Lynn Lavett-Armit, who's one of our artists for the trip. Hello, Lynn.
Hello, Roy. How are you?
Good, thank you very much. We just want to spend a few minutes today talking about the sort of details of Paint the Whitsundays to give people an idea of what the trip's about and whether it's right for them. We've already had well over 100 people inquire about the trip, which is fantastic, and a few people have already booked. But we just wanted to give people a little bit more detail, a little bit more understanding of what the trip is, because this is the first time we've ever run Paint the Whitsundays, although I've thought about it for a long time. And we'll get into why that is in a minute. So, guys, let me start off by saying that we're running the trip in July. It's a 5-day, 4-night trip. It's going to start, and this is very unusual for us, but it's going to start at Mackay Airport, of all places. So if you're flying in from Sydney or Melbourne, as some people already will be, you'll fly into Mackay Airport. We'll pick you up from there, and we'll take you up to Yungala. Now, Yungala is a beautiful wild national park area, famous for the platypus originally. That's how I knew it 30 years ago, was because that was one of the few places you could go and actually see platypus. And we're going to take you up to the gallery up there, run by Kerry McNeil. Apologies, Kerry McNeil, and one of Lynn's friends. And Lynn's going to tell us a little bit about the gallery up in Yungala.
The gallery is magnificent. It's a testament to Kerry and Owen's what they've done. It sits very high up on the hill. It's a magnificent structure, and they showcase local artwork there. Kerry, of course, is a painter, and Kerry and Owen run it. They offer a beautiful package, and you will see some unique part of the world at Yungala and in the gallery, and it's a fantastic place to go there. And it's cool too. It's lovely and quite beautiful.
Excellent.
And yeah,
we thought it would be a wonderful place to start the tour.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Get those creative juices flowing. Yeah, and some of your artworks there as well.
Yes, they showcase mine and other people as well.
Yeah,
so
there's a lot of local artists and
yes, yeah.
So we thought it was a wonderful place to start the tour. So you'll go up there, spend a couple of hours up there, and then we'll transport you from there up to Coral Sea Marina at Early Beach, where Solway Lass is anchored, and we will start the trip from there. So just so you understand, in the winter, it's a beautiful time to be in the Whitsundays. Absolutely perfect. If you're from Melbourne, if you're from Sydney and you get those grey, awful July days, then being in the beautiful sunshine of the Whitsundays in the winter is the place to be. We are actually, I don't know if you know this, Lynn, but in our tourism world, we call that blue sky that you get in the winter, we call that Instagram blue, because it is just the most stunning colour, and we get the most
water. I think it's the water.
Well, the water is stunning, but the blueness of the sky in the winter in the Whitsundays is just stunning. So we get you started off. So Solway Lass, for those of you who don't know, is a 123-year-old tall ship. My partner Jim and I have owned it for 25 years now. We run a number of specialty cruises in the winter. We do a walk trip, and we do a swim trip where they swim the whole length of the 7 kilometres of Whitehaven Beach. Yes, we won't talk much more about that, but if you're into ocean swimming, it's a great trip. And for a number of years now, I've thought about doing this paint trip. It was actually recommended to me a few years ago, but it was only when I found Kerry and Lynn that, and we started talking about this, that the opportunities created. So thank you, Lynn, for doing that, for coming on board. So maybe if you could take over now and just explain a little bit about the experience that the painters are going to get, or the artists are going to get, and and then I'll talk a little bit about what we're going to do during the day.
It doesn't matter whether you're experienced or unexperienced. That's quite fine. I'm an art teacher and I cater to all levels. That's fine. You will be painting in the morning and in the afternoon. and we will be allowing time for activities and lunch, etc., etc. So it'll be a well-rounded experience. I'm thinking that we will have a portable package. You know, we'll be painting postcard size little landscapes and seascapes of the area, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the natural beauty. I go to a commercial island and I work from there, and I don't get to see the natural beauty of the place, and that really excites me. And if that excites me, I'm sure it will transpose to the people. So yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah, look, a lot of people will go to one of the big name islands, Hayman, Hamilton, Daydream, and they'll think that they've experienced the Whitsundays.
They don't know.
But there's 74 islands in the Whitsundays, and one of the things that we are very proud of doing over a number of years is taking the people to places that very few people go to.
Oh, how exciting. That's exciting to me.
And of course, all of those areas are wonderfully suited to capture in any sort of media form, in artistic form. They're just so beautiful. And as you said, the azure coloured water of the Whitsundays, and then the rugged bush that we have, all of it just makes for wonderful drawing and painting.
Absolutely. We'll be using sort of mixed media, made little watercolors, sort of a small package that they can take home, and they might want to work up to larger paintings. You know, transportable is the way to go, I think, so we can get around quickly and see the beautiful spots.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, look, we'll paint. You know, we'll be able to paint from the boat if they want to. They can sit and paint undercover for a period of time. But we also want them to paint on some of the most beautiful spots, Whitehaven Beach, Langford Island, those sort of places, which are just absolute. You know, you have to get down and deep and in with nature to truly capture
absolutely
that is available. I mean, you might want to paint one of the giant goannas that we have on Whitehaven Beach, or you might want to, you know, we'll take some underwater cameras so you'll be able to capture that underwater scene. Yeah, and you might want to come back and paint, you know, a Maori wrasse or some of the beautiful fish that we have in the Whitsundays and the coral. So we're going for 5 days, 4 nights, as we've told people. They'll be able to paint each day. We'll probably have a session on that first afternoon in the sunset somewhere, and they'll be able to paint each day. You and Kerry are really there to help them,
to guide them and help them, and what they want to paint, that's fine. That's up to them. You know, we're not formally structured or anything like that. I will be able to gauge what the people need at that certain time, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's brilliant. So it's absolutely ideal if you're an amateur artist who enjoys spending time looking at landscapes and capturing the landscape. I mean, you've got a painting behind you. Do you want to just talk briefly about what that is and what the inspiration of that painting was?
Oh, I love water. I'm intrigued by water. It morphs and changes, and you see reflections, and you see underneath and on top, and well, sometimes I like abstraction, but then of course I can do realism as well. So, you know, I'm all rounded, but my main joy is being in the natural landscape. That's what I love to do. And so I'm very excited to be doing this, very excited to be lulled to sleep on the boat at night, which is nice. Maybe after a wine or something. I don't know.
Yeah, look, we might. Yeah, look, we should talk about some of the practicalities very quickly.
Sure.
We provide all the food. We can cater for any type of food needs that you have. We've seen everything now, and trust me, we've seen everything now when it comes to food. But we can cater for all of that. We do have a licensed bar on board, which is not priced as it is in your local bar or restaurant. It's very, you know, we're just there to cover the costs of servicing that, and so you can enjoy your pre-dinner cocktail or a glass of wine with dinner, and we encourage you to do so because it tends to help you mix with the other people. And I think that's one of the important things we haven't really talked about. You're going to come on the boat with 20 other people, all who share an interest in art, and you know, we do, as I said, we do this for our walk trips and our swim trips and other trips that we do, and and people just form relationships and friendships as a result of being with other, people. Our market on average, we believe for this will be around 45 plus, mostly Sydney, Melbourne, from what we've seen so far in our bookings, and some people from Brisbane, and we might even get some local Mackay people along as well, which would be brilliant.
I can imagine they're going to escape that terrible weather that they have at that time of year.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the number one reason to come for sure. Let's see. I wrote a couple of questions down, so I just want to check that we've covered most of the things.
Sure.
You mentioned that they're not really going to be structured lessons. You're going to sort of take everybody on face value and help them where they may need help.
Absolutely. Right? Yeah, and maybe they're just they're absolute beginners and they want to start dabbling. That's fine. I can cater to that as well as the highly experienced artists. I'm fine with that. Yeah,
really doesn't matter what level of art that you do today. Hopefully by the end of the trip, you'll have a better appreciation for how to start a landscape.
Yes, it might bring on a lifelong passion.
Yeah, there you go. Excellent. All right. But the main purpose is that shared love of art and the shared love of the Whitsunday Islands.
Absolutely.
And we combine those, and the third spoke in that wheel is Solway, and it's got an amazing history. It's a wonderful most people come away talking more about the boat sometimes than they do the area, but they enjoy it all. One thing we haven't mentioned is that we do have an Indigenous rock painting up there, which is 2,700 years old. It's been carbon dated at 2,700 years. The local tribe that were in the islands at the time, the National Park Service has done a wonderful job of maintaining that and building a story around that, and that's up in Nara Inlet, which is on Hook Island. And I think most of our people would love to come and visit that as well, because that's quite it's very unique, and it's a stunning look. Yeah, anything that can last 2,700 years is going to be wonderful, but it adds an extra dimension to what we're doing. So you're going to see the beautiful natural landscape, time on the boat. We're going to let you have time also to do any other activities you might like to do, like snorkeling, paddleboarding, or walking. Yeah, we'll do a couple of the easier walks, which come to absolutely stunning views that you'll be able to capture for painting later on. So plenty of things to do and see over the 5 days. Yeah. I want to just mention this at the end, and thank you very much everyone for staying this long. The price that the way we've priced the trip, we've actually included Kerry and Lynn's time. We've included all of the art materials. That's right, isn't it? That they'll need during the trip.
Yep.
Yeah, so they don't need to bring anything of their own, do they?
No, the bathers, of course.
yeah, sure. But in terms of their art, in terms of being able to create art whilst they're with us, we've catered for all of that. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
That's an important for people to know that we've got all that covered for them. Guys, if you've got any other questions after you've listened to Lynn and I today and you want to know more, you can send us an email. You'll have the brochure already because you're only receiving this because you've already inquired about the trip. So you have the brochure, all our details, and get in contact with us. Please do if you've got more questions. Lynn and I could probably talk for another hour and we still couldn't answer all the questions that you've got. Right.
If it's art related, they could flick it to me as well. So.
Absolutely. So, if you're interested, let me know. Roy West is my name, as I said. Send me an email, roy@explorewithsundays.com. I'll pass them on to Lynn or to Kerry when she gets back from her overseas holiday. And she would have been with us today, but she's busy. So we'll love to see you on the trip. That would be wonderful. There's 20 places. A few have already gone. So if you're interested, we've got some specials coming up to get you involved before Christmas of 25. So you'll get an email from us in the next week about that. And then if you're seeing this after Christmas in 2025, then we look forward to having you in July 2026. Thank you, Lynn, for your time. Absolutely wonderful to have you.
Thank you, Roy. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, everybody, and we look forward to seeing you in the Whitsundays. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.